Watching mat number 2 by all means, but we're going to move down to mat number 3 and watch the number 1 seed here, Sanjagal Niyamocha, facing Emmanuel Nati.
See how long Nati lasts here.
I'll tell you what though, you might be saying, see how long Sanjagal lasts.
Yeah.
That would be a shocker, and yet it would, because he's put them away before.
Right.
He just seems to draw them in the first round. You know, it's a real bad luck on his part. He can't get sufficient enough points to give him that cushion where he may take them in the second or third round. There goes Sanjagal with that right-sided Ippon Seoinage attempt.
That wasn't going to work there with the Shimewazi. He was all over the chin there, but kind of thought about Osai Komi, but Sanjagal was just a bit too crafty.
We're obviously going to get through the under 57 kilo category reasonably quickly.
Compared to under 73,
compared to the under 73, so it'll be a lot like yesterday when we finished up mat number 1 and then we had 2 and 3 going for a little bit longer. 1:30 is the sort of time I think we can be looking at.
Well, we want to try to feature some more of the ladies then early on, because the men are going to be on there for a bit longer.
Yeah, I think when it gets around to the quarter-final stage, we'll probably just go down to mat number 1 and feature them.
Oh, and that was a good look there by Sanjagal for a minute there. He's trying to feed his hands in there, looking, he's feeding, interesting, he's feeding the skirt of his gi for the choke. I don't think I've seen that before. See, he's got just the skirt of his knee and then he's got it around the other side there.
Nice little rolling sequence there from Sanjagal. He's not normally bothered about rolling about in Nevaza, but maybe in his more mature stage of his career, he's beginning to realize, hey, I could take a bit on the ground here.
That was a rather creative, the way his body position was.
Exactly.
And like I said, he was feeding the skirt of his gi up around his opponent's neck, and then, you know, basically looking at an Eddie Jime, but using the skirt instead of the collar. And Nartive is the only one right now with the penalty. Those are some good attacks there by Nartive. Good turn-ins. Just got to commit to it a little bit more. That looked. Oh, he really had Sanjagal going there for a second.
He was almost over.
Yes, he was.
Sanjagal, it was about to come out by mouth. He's got him here, but
that was a good look by Nartive there. I like the way the combination set up. He went to Seoinage and then quickly worked over to a Koshiwaza there, or Osoto, right?
Nice look.
We talked about opportunities. You miss one like that, you'll pay for it later.
They're both going to burn a penalty here.
Nartive's still down by one, though.
The reason for that is it all comes from that last effort from Nati. Sanjagal just stepped back and said, whoa. Yeah, I felt myself going. He didn't want to grip up for a while. He thought, I'm going to take a little breather here just to collect myself. And Nati thought, I wonder if that's my chance. Should have gone at him again. Really put Sanjagal under pressure.
And Sanjgal just sort of hopped and got his leg out there. He didn't. I mean, I thought he was going to have to put his arm out to prevent that throw, and he was looking to do that, but instead he hopped around. Sanjgal goes in really deep, and he's going to get the score right there.
That's done now. You know, that's the way it happens. You know, he gets the shot, he gets the one shot, and when it's gone, it's gone.
And that look on his face when he was kneeling in front of the scoreboard was like, I had him, and I missed.
Exactly. There was that one split second when Sanjgal was almost over, and once that was gone,
another 1%, 2% effort in there, and it would have been all over for Sanjgal. But he survives. Well, I can't say he survives. He won by Ippon with a minute left.
Yeah. He dodges that potential.
That would have been Ippon.
Yeah.
That would definitely would have been Ippon. I have no doubt in my mind.
Sanjgal into the next round. Now, Sanjgal won't be entirely happy with what he sees when he comes off the mat, because the next person that is going to be in his face is Hong Kuk-hyun of North Korea, who beat him in the Asian Championships. He just had to walk past him there.
A big, big assaulto. Where would you like to go next, Sheldon?
We're staying here. Asian champion. The winner of this fights Sanjgal.
Ah.
So this is a big match here. Hong Kuk-hyun.
Of Hong before, he looked pretty good.
Yes, he did. Yeah. He did. You know, the last 2 days, the North Korean men have gone out quickly. The North Korean women have been hanging around a little bit longer. Looks to me today, for the preliminaries, there's a little bit more of a crowd, though the Komatsu cheering section does not appear to be here earlier.
No, maybe they have to go and do some work.
Yes. I have a feeling they might be back for the final block and the repecharge later in the day, when this place really fills out and the party starts.
Well, a minute gone and not a lot has happened with this fight.
Come in with high expectations, but usually you look at the card here and you sit there and go, yeah, that looks like that could be a good matchup, and especially based upon what they've been doing earlier in the morning.
Yeah, well, this is Blue was backing away, so it wasn't engaging, so he's now picked up the penalty. And I think that might get him going a bit.
Meantime, that crowd reaction that you hear, cheering and looking at other judging calls, is keeping a close eye on mat number 1, where Brazil leads just by Yuko, but there's also a penalty on the board for the American. Right now, we've got 2 minutes down in this match, and so far it's the North Korean who is holding 1 penalty, and there we go, big move by Sanjgal.
But no score. Looked like it deserved more, didn't it? Then nothing?
Nothing. Well, it was quick, it was flashy, Or was it controlled and did it show a shoulder?
Yeah. It was interesting. There was, you remember when they had that experts panel they got together?
Here we go, here we go. Oh, that looked like huge potential there for Sanjigal.
One of the suggestions was that you have 2 throws, an ippon and everything else is a yuko, including a throw like that.
Okay.
Even on the front, because non-judo people see that sort of action and go, why didn't he get a score? He gets nothing for doing all of that?
Right.
Judo purists, of course.
Would you say ippon or wazari and everything else? You either get the ippon or you get something reasonably close. But I think if it was ippon and wazari, the wazari would probably be more toward the yuko-ish kind of thing.
One of the things, of course, now with this emphasis on the ippon being true ippon, and so it's very hard to get an ippon with a roll.
Right.
Because it's actually lacking impact. So I think it's actually quite a good move. There's more clarity between the two now.
Right. Well, Hong there looked like he was trying to come over the back and almost paid for it dearly with Sanjigal rolling through, but Hong was able to escape that. Sanjigal showing more of an attack phase now. Surprised we've seen Sanjigal 2 good positions to finish him off. Hasn't quite done it. See Hong, he threw over the back, but that's a dangerous, dangerous move against the Mongolian.
Exactly. So 39 seconds to go, and Hong, who fought really well in his first fight, or the previous fight, just hasn't shown us anything here.
I think, except for this move where he's come over the top, he's pretty much been cautious. And Sanjigal is just waiting for Hong to make some move like that and then take advantage of it.
Now he's got to be careful.
He's definitely has to be careful if he doesn't pick up a penalty.
Yeah, and we go to a golden score. So.
Yeah, I'd say in the last 30 seconds, it's Hong who has been more aggressive.
Yeah.
Next fight in round 1, second round for women under 57 kilo. In white for Romania, in blue for Canada, Stephanie Tremblay.
You know, even though it was risky, I wish Hong had basically what he did in the last 45 seconds he had done throughout the match. Nothing risk, nothing gain, and you've got to pull out the stops against someone the caliber of Sanjigal.
But I think he had, there's a little bit of difficulty there with the, to me it looked like the strength factor.
Yeah.
The Mongolian looked physically stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look over at mat number 2. There wasn't much in the...
He seems to perform. He can look a little bit lazy when he's got lesser opposition, and then all of a sudden he'll just bang them over.
There's a font of all knowledge. How old is he?
Sanjigal, I'm not sure. I don't know. That's a question that beats me. I know that he's about to become a dad. His partner is Khlamded Purevjago.
Right, you know all that, you don't know how old he is.
And I don't know whether it's a girl or boy, so don't go there. But I'll find out for you.
That's all right. It's not that important.
It's not right. Okay, not vital. But you've probably got people at home wondering now. So before they, before the avalanche of emails arrive. Let's find out how old Sanjay is. Minute 50, no score.
That's right.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is he seems to be around for a while, you know.
Yeah, I think the other thing that maybe, oh, that was close. I think the other thing that is probably slightly misleading is his hairline.
Yeah.
And he's got that kind of look about him, hasn't he, that suggests that he may have a few more years on him. Could be that he's just losing it early.
Yes, well, he's now managed to coax another penalty against his opponent out of the referee.
Santana has done a lot better in this contest than I thought that he would.
Oh, and he picks up another one for going outside. Yeah, that's right. I tend to agree with you. You would expect him to
offer up a bit more.
Yeah.
Going to need some medical here, and whilst they are going to sort out Santana's medical issue, and Dave Brown just mentioned about stepping out the area. One of the things that a term that I've borrowed from another sport is from tennis. It's unforced errors.
Yeah.
If you can cut out, I mean, he's committed, well, 2. The passivity one is a tricky one, but stepping out of the area and the false attacks, you don't have to do those.
No.
You have to be a little bit clever and know, because he's won. If he cut those 2 out, the game's tied.
Yes.
But he's committed not 1, not 2, but 3.
Yeah.
So the two errors that he has committed for me are unforced errors. He didn't have to do that, and that's really put him up against it. And there's still a minute 18 left to go. My money is on number 4. The referees don't like to give it because it looks ugly, but if you keep walking out of the area, force attack, gripping infringements, going over one side, all of these things for me are unforced errors, and if you can cut them out of your game, you stay in the game a lot longer and you give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Minute 14 left to go, and after this we'll have Nakaya and Huang, and we'll be joined by David McFall. But we'll just see this one out. I think we're expecting to see our Christiane Legentil. Might be a little bit early for her because we were talking about 1:30, but I think we're going to have a lot more judo than that. Sanjay this time picks up a penalty for avoiding to take a grip, which makes the scoreboard look particularly unattractive with 5 cards on there. And yet it hasn't had that look about it. The contest hasn't had that look about it. People could say, from reading, what's happened here, or that this is not judo. Been some interesting judo in here. Unfortunately, the errors have made for an unattractive scoreboard.
Well, you've got that in the fact that the Mongolian's shutting down a bit. He knows he can take a couple, well, another one in that case, but not now.
He had that tough contest against Hong. He knows that he's got a barnstormer coming up next, because Nakaya has already done Soroka. Huang from Chinese Taipei. Right.
Here's the Hansakamake for stepping out again.
Unforced error. Didn't need to do it.
No.
The thing for Sanjay is he's probably had a look at the draw. He knows that Nakaya has got the beating of Huang, and what he didn't want to do was to burn anything. Now either you bang Santana over early and made